please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
That's right. It was the O-Face night. Nice. Matty Harrison in the chat saying Mike making thumbnails. Opens Google image search. Types NBA player plus O-Face. Yeah, for everybody but Cat. Cat has to deal with enough from the media. I'm not going to throw that on him. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Tuesday. Happy birthday to Simone Fontecchio and Kelly Olynyk. You love to see it. We got Ian in the chat. DJP in the chat. Lots of fun there. Wait, DJP just said Shams news. Oh, you mean like his, I'm not, nah, that was him just saying like, come read my blog. I think that's basically what I do every morning. We got, I think we got a pretty efficient show today. I think we're going to move through it pretty quickly. We only had 3 games last night. We only have 2 games tonight. We don't have a lot of storylines to get into, but we will respect the Cup. We will talk about the NBA Cup, which is a reminder. We're going to be out there. So there's going to be no NBA bit on Friday. There's going to be no live before lock on Friday. That's going to be on Thursday. So we'll have the NBA bit tomorrow and Thursday. We'll have 89 Cavs on Thursday night. We'll also have live before lock. So plenty of content coming to you for the rest of the week. Just nothing on Friday, because Friday I will be donning the airlines. I will be aboard a Southwest Airlines, making my way to Las Vegas for the weekend. So it's going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it, mainly because it is 17 degrees here in New York. It is cold, all right? It is. I have 2 pairs of socks on. And that's not because we don't have heat. Like, we have heat, but it's just so cold. It is so cold. And I got to do laundry today. And I'm not thrilled about that because of the temperatures. But that's what's going on with me. We got Stubbs here. Stubbs, I'm impressed you're up this morning. I didn't make, I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. We're battling sinus infections right now. And so I don't like to, I'm not a big NyQuil man, but I had to do some NyQuil last night just to dull the headache and let myself pass out. And I fell asleep, I think halfway through the third quarter, and woke up to see Justin Herbert being mean to Laura Rutledge post-game. But good win for the Bolts, good win. But we're not here to talk about foosball. We're not, even though I made it to the finals in the Guillotine League, baby. Made it to the finals in the Guillotine League. The big money Guillotine League. We're still cooking there, the final 2. But, all right, let's go. Let's talk some hoops. Let's start with this because we get a little drama, a little alpha, a little hot goss, if you will. And I'm not talking about playback shutting at stores. What a bummer that is, huh? No more playback. No more playback. Happy National Christmas Card Day. Thank you, Snoopaloop. Let's go over and let's see this here. Jason Tatum on Instagram. Post this out last night. Fingers crossed. Soon. Do you think Tatum was like, whoo? Tatum is like, hey, man, 15-9? 15-9? They got a soft West Coast trip coming up. Couple games against the Pacers. Whoo! Let's go. There seems to be some real buzz that that Jason Tatum is going to be back maybe late September, late January. That's what allegedly he's pushing for January, maybe even some early February in there. And that kind of shakes things up for me a little bit. I think initially I was like, okay, we'll wait till we get to Christmas. If the Celtics get to Christmas and they're in a decent spot, maybe they talk about ramping them up and bringing them back in March. But I wonder if Brady Stevens, if Joey Maz, if the new owner is looking around and they're saying, hey, Stubbs' Cleveland Cavaliers keep stubbing their foot, their toe. They don't look good. Darius Garland doesn't look right. Evan Mobley, overrated. They're looking at the Bing Bong Boys. They're not scared of Mitch Robb anymore. Well, they are. They still followed him out of the game. But they're not scared of the Bing Bong Boys. Franz Wagner, although we did get an update on Franz, which was good news. So looked like Franz was going to miss forever. Only 2 to 4 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks with an ankle sprain. So that's good. That's like best possible news for the Orlando. Shout out Courtside Magic. But Orlando, what have they won? They've won shit. Atlanta Hawks, yeah, sure. Jalen Johnson looks awesome right now. Going to make his first All-Star game, maybe most improved, sure. But you still got to figure out, is Trae Young on your team or no? And if he is on your team, is Kristaps Porzingis on your team? And if he's on your team, is he actually playing basketball? Right? The Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo might still be on the Bucks now. Can't play basketball. Is he going to be on the Bucks later? I don't know. The 76ers. Joel Embiid. Joel one knee. Right? Paul George. Who's scared of them? Miami Heat. Hashtag Heat culture. I'm a little scared of them. So I don't know if the Celtics are looking around being like, man, if we got Tatum back, all of a sudden, right, their biggest issue right now is defensive rebounding. Tatum's 10 boards a night, baby. 10 boards a night. Now, all of a sudden, Jordan Walsh becomes a six-man piece where he just comes out there, again, like full-on Andre Iguodala. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm talking myself into this Tatum stuff. What do you guys think? You think he's coming back? You think he's coming back, and do you think it's dumb if he comes back? Yeah, pour one out for Weisberg. R.I.P. Met some great people on playback. Yeah, playback thing is a bummer. They were pretty transparent. Sounds like they just weren't able to raise enough capital, raise enough money from the investors to keep going. But I wonder if we see some version of this come back. Although Jack Settleman with an ultimate heat check tweet. I don't know if you guys saw that, where he's like, "Can you guys put me in touch with the owners? I feel like we can keep this going." Would it be better to bring JT off the bench for a while? I don't even know if it's bringing him off the bench. I mean, either way, right? He's probably playing 22 to 26 minutes a game for a while. But I think that starting five of Pritchard, White, JB, Tatum, Kata, and then having, whichever Walsh, Minot you want to throw out there, Simons, that all of a sudden that looks like a deeper team. It looks like a deeper team. And I was looking at their schedule for the Celtics Daily this morning. And if we look at the standings, right, you see that they're 15-9. They're in the 3 seed. I don't know how much of that is smoke and mirrors, how much truth there is to that. But before Christmas, right, this is what their schedule looks like before Christmas. So the aforementioned Milwaukee Cucks, they get them on Thursday. Also, one of the benefits of not making it in the Cup, look at this, like the schedule, right? So they played on Sunday. They don't play again until Thursday. Then they have the weekend off. They play the Pistons on Monday. And then they're off again until Friday. So anyways, they've got Milwaukee on Thursday without Giannis. And also, can I do does NBA TV app just implement the playback functions? Ooh, maybe. Also, can I make a statement here? And I again, if you guys are Celtics Daily fans, you're going to hear this bit, but I'm going to do it here because you guys are the real ones. You get it here first. Do you think Giannis like Miles Turner and his family are sending Giannis like thank you notes? Like, does he get the Christmas cards early? Because if it wasn't for Giannis's trade rumors, do you think maybe we'd be looking into how ass Miles Turner has been? Like, what? I mean, like 12-6. 12-6? He's like Jericho Sims is getting real minutes because of how bad Miles Turner's been lately. And maybe you're like, well, Miles Turner needs a point guard. I mean, it's not like his numbers have gone better since Kevin Porter Jr. arrived. Just rough. Anyways, back to this. So they get Milwaukee on Thursday. Then they get the weekend off. They play Detroit on Monday. Not a great game. At home, though. I mean, not a great matchup for them. Then the Pistons on Friday. The Pistons on Monday, Miami on Friday. Then Toronto, all right? So let's say they go 2-2 in that run, 2-2. So that put them at 17-11. Then it's 2 games against the Pacers, home and away, right after Christmas. That's 4-2. And then their road trip is Portland, Utah, Sacramento, Clippers. And then home against the worst team in basketball right now, Chicago. So they might be coming in to the start of this season, the start of this new year, just sitting there in that somewhere between 2-4. 2-4. And I don't know. You bring back Jason Tatum. Trade Simons for Turner. Do you mean Simons or is there Simmons a different player? I don't want Miles Turner on this team. No, thank you. I would rather roll out a cheaper Neemias Queta in small ball 5 than Miles Turner. Yeah, it doesn't even play at the end of the game so bad. He's been awful, man. And I feel like nobody's talking about it. And I don't know if they're just like they don't want to bully Milwaukee fans, that they feel like it's punching down, as they say in the comedy community. Like, oh, you can't make fun of Miles Turner, man. Make fun of good people that suck, not bad people that suck. It's so bad. Why this level of hate for the Bulls? Dude, Chicago has been so bad, man. Do you remember? I think Skeets or Trey pointed this out yesterday in the No Dunk Show. In the No Dunk Show, they said, you remember that win that you guys got against the Wizards? Did Vooch hit a game winner? So it was like a 1-point win over Washington, and Jalen Smith was behind Vooch trying to celebrate, and Vooch was like, "No, stop celebrating." They've lost every game since then, I think. So yeah, Chicago's down bad. But anyways, I think just something to pay attention to. If Tatum comes back, that is pretty spicy. If Tatum comes back. And it's pretty spicy anyways. Again, like 10-2 in their last 12. Woo, baby. Let's get into last night's stuff. So only 3 games last night. Then we'll do a little cup preview, and then we'll get on out of here. We won't go too long today. Pause. We won't go too long today. All right, Kings in the pace. Let's start with Phoenix and Minnesota. One of the weirder things that happened yesterday, if you were in the fantasy streets anyways, Anthony Edwards, midday downgrade. He's got a little cold, doesn't seem like he's going to play, ends up playing. Not only does he play, he puts up 40 points in 38 minutes on 15 for 21 shooting. I think one of the biggest things that happened in this game that changed the course of history, that changed the course of the game, Rudy Gobert got thrown out. He had 15 and 8 in 21 minutes and was like kind of a problem. Not a problem, but was doing a good job for Minnesota. He got booted in this game for flagrant 2. Minnesota, this is kind of a dumb loss here. At home, the Phoenix is without Dillon Brooks. Like, look at this starting 5. Royce O'Neal, Dillon Brooks, they were without Devin Booker. Mark Williams, 22 and 7. Shut up Mark Will in 29 minutes. Grayson Allen and Colin Gillespie. 19, 6, and 4 in this one. Phoenix, 14 and 10, man. 14 and 10. Oh, spider-like ant night. Spider-like night for Ant. There we go. Now we're talking spicy takes. But Phoenix, just a good basketball team. They just try hard, man. They try hard. I put this in the Substack yesterday. I kind of thought Dillon Brooks was going to sit and that Phoenix maybe turns their attention to the Cup because they play on Wednesday against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And no, they didn't. The one thing they did do is keep all of their minutes pretty much in check, right? Like Mark Will didn't get north of 30. Brooks just at 31. Jordan Goodwin gave him a good 26 minutes off the bench, but just like a good team win here. They are now 14 and 10. Timberwolves 15 and 9, as I said. Phoenix, again, without like Booker, just hanging around. 6 and 4 in their last 10. They're in the 7th seed, just a game behind the Timberwolves. They're ahead of the Golden State Warriors, the Grizz, and the Trailblazers in the play-in. Minnesota, listen, I know Minnesota is 6 and 4 in their last 10, and I'm not trying to hate on the Timberwolves because I do think the Timberwolves have a ceiling that will get unlocked at some point. But, man, you look at Minnesota's last couple of games, and it's not so they won 5 in a row, right? Yeah, 5 in a row. They 4-point win against Boston, which is proven to be a good W. They beat a shorthanded Spurs team. Then 2 close games against the Pelicans and a close game against the Clippers. So, again, I don't want to hate on them. 6 and 4 in their last 10. I'm just like, something feels a little funky with this squad. I don't know if it's the point guard play, right? Because you're either relying on Rob Dillingham, who is not ready, or Mike Conley, who is too ready, right? Mike Conley's played too much. So I'm just keeping my eye on that. Let's go back to last night's stuff. Pelicans had a fun one. Pelicans lost this one to the Spurs, but holy shit, Derek Queen. And I hate to start with the losing team. 135-132. Derek Queen in 33 minutes, man, had 33 points, 10 boards, 10 dimes, and 4 blocks. He was awesome. 11 for 15 from the field. Missed the only 3 he took was a wide open triple to tie the game with 6 seconds left. He missed that one. And it's funny. The Pelicans, if their draft day trade, right? If it was top 3 protected, if they traded their first round pick for a top 3 protected first round pick and whatever it was for Derek Queen, you'd be like, hey man, that's a pretty good deal. But because it's unprotected, because it's condomless, and because the Pelicans are 3 and 22, I feel like we can't properly. It's like hey, good job with the pick, bad job with the asset management. Because Derek Queen looks legit. I mean, honestly, he looks. I don't even want to say more in shape, but he looks like a less injury-prone Zion out there. Maybe a better passer. Can we do some ladders on underdog? I mean, I can look at it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not allowed to do them. We can look at them, but I'm just not allowed to do them. They don't. Zoran, even though I love him, even though he has my vote or had my vote, I can't do ladders. But maybe he'll change that. But anyways, yeah, Queen looked awesome. Also, Trey Murphy, after somewhat of a quiet start, has really been heating up. And I don't know if the Pelicans, they're rumored to list him and Herb Jones. Herb Jones also, who returned from injury last night, as potential trade assets. Trey Murphy had 32 points and only had 2 threes on his 32, which is kind of impressive. Had 4 dimes and 2 steals. Herb Jones, in his return, he had 17, 6, and 4. Also had 4 steals and a block, a defensive menace. And then Jose Alvarado gave him 10 and 6 off the bench. He really cooled off after a solid first half. But let's get to San Antonio, who continues to rack up W's. It does sound like, right? So over the weekend, Castle and Wembanyama both practiced. Castle came back last night, and he played 23 minutes. So I thought we were going to get closer to 27 or 28 minutes. We got 23 minutes. He had 18 points and 5 boards and 5 dimes in his return. A couple of tough turnovers. Got in a little bit of foul trouble early. De'Aaron Fox with 14 and 7. But Harrison Barnes, it was Harrison Barnes night, which you know what that means. I should have had this pulled up already, but I did not realize this guy had 24 points. I was too excited to talk about Derek Queen that I didn't have it ready to go. He's been tweeting a little bit more lately, so I got to bookmark this shit. So it's taking a little bit longer to get there, but do me a favor. Early in the morning, everybody take a coffee sip, turn your headphones up just a little bit. Let's go full screen.
Same hands that work the pain. Same hands I fold in prayer.
24 points.
12 years and I'm still learning
4 for 7 for
what
3.
it means to really care.
2 rebounds.
They see me on the court at night,
1 assist.
but that ain't all I am.
Plus minus.
From Ames to San Antonio,
Minus 17.
trying to serve a bigger plan. These hands that give,
Woo!
these hands that live, more than buckets, more than win.
Come on, 12 dribbles. 12 double dribbles.
These hands that give, these hands that reach
24 points on 9 for
to
15
every
shooting.
child that needs to
2
live.
for 2 from the line.
That's the real gift.
There we go. Harrison Barnes, baby. Just cooking. No, just in time, baby. Actually not even a great night. No, he didn't. He didn't have a great night. It was fun to read his stats and then come across that he was minus 17. What are his stats since the song came out? That's true. What's the narrative? What's the narrative there? I don't know if StatMuse has that. Who wears a knit sweater and soccer shorts to ball? Who doesn't? That's what I'm asking. Who doesn't? But anyway, Spurs now 16 and 7 have kept the ship afloat with all the injury stuff. So the Spurs, still a 5 seed, 7 and 3 in their last 10. They take on the Lakers tomorrow night. And it does seem like Wemby might be ready to go. I would imagine on a 20, something similar to what we saw Castle do, right? Does he only play 23 or 24 minutes? Which I think could be a real problem for the Lakers if he's there just to muck up the lane quite a bit. If he's not going, I think I'm taking the Lakers in that game. But if he does go, I kind of like San Antonio. What I really like is that no matter one of those teams is going to Las Vegas, and I'm going to get to see at least LeBron James, Luka Magic, or Wembanyama. Oh, that's pretty good. These Feet version by Rex Ryan. These feet make me hard, right? Something like that. All right, the last game of the night. Russell Westbrook, Jesus. If you were playing fantasy sports last night, you needed Russell Westbrook. 10 for 16 from the field, right? 24 points, 14 dimes, and 12 boards. Zach LaVine, after dropping 42 and 39 minutes, had 16. DDR had 20 and 5. Maxime Renaud had 13 and 3. That's fun, though. 23 minutes of Maxime. Keegan Murray ended up playing, but clearly a little dinged up there with the elbow injury. 3 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Did have 11 boards, though. Pacers, though, huff pass, 8 boards, 8.7 boards, 4 blocks, 2 steals, partridge in a pear tree. Spicy Penis with 23, 5, and 4. Nemby, look at Nembhard. 28 and 12 in this one. Benedict Mathurin, 25 and 6. Pacers get their 6th win of the year. He took the Westbrook under. Oh, my God. Who'll be the first King traded? I mean, I just like these contracts suck, man. Like, my guess, it sounds like they really want to go get Jonathan Kuminga, which, just fucking insane. Sure, man. Jonathan Kuminga, I don't know. Malik Monk. If I am a kid, right there, it sounds like they won't trade Keegan Murray. They probably don't trade any of their young guys, right? But rank the assets. Rank the assets in the chat. I think I like DeRozan makes the most. Like, if you are a playoff team looking for a little bit more scoring, DeRozan is the one I trust the most. I like DeRozan the most out of those. After DeRozan, I think it's Monk for me. I don't want Zach LaVine. I don't. I don't know. Do people want Zach LaVine? That's expensive. Yeah, would love some Malik Monk in Detroit. I agree. Monk and DeRozan are the ones that make the most sense, especially if you're already a good team and you just need some bench scoring. Malik Monk makes the most sense, right? But what playoff team is trading for Zach LaVine? Outside of a team getting hurt. If a team loses their score and you're maybe like, oh, man, I guess we could throw him in there. I don't know. Kings are down bad, man. Kings are down bad. They are. Market and trade talk has died down. Yeah, it has. I mean, that'll pick back up when we get closer to the trade deadline. I think the only reason that's died down is the Giannis stuff picked up. But I think the other thing we have to keep in mind, I just think these big contracts are hard to trade mid-season, And so I think that's what makes it challenging to move Lowry. I think Tim Bontemps was talking about this on the Hoop Collective, that a lot of organizations, their leadership, their front office guys, anonymously, of course, are saying it's just it's hard to all of a sudden add a $50 million a year piece to your roster without gutting it, and that maybe the path moving forward, although they keep using OKC as the example, but OKC is now paying 3 guys in the 50s, or they will be. So I don't really know. But having depth, like the Indiana Pacers, Heat are another good example too, where they just have a lot of guys, just a lot of good guys. Heat probably want them, probably. Boner would help a team more than anything else. Yeah. Sabonis would make, I know the Celtics supposedly have sniffed around at Sabonis, but I could see. If you already need a defensive big, though, right? Because, Sabonis can't be your I don't know. He just doesn't play defense, man. He doesn't play defense. But it does seem like the Kings are going to be fire selling. It does seem like a lot of the Kings are going to find themselves on different squads. So, I don't know. All right, let's get to the Cup. So we have 2 games tonight. That's the ones we'll focus on, just so we can do a show tomorrow. If we cover both of them tonight, it's going to suck. So we have 2 games tonight. Let's start with the first one. Also, shout out East Coast, man. 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. None of this 11 p.m. Peacock bullshit. So Heat and the Magic are the first game. Orlando's the home team. Yeah, we're back, baby. We're fucking back, baby. Let's go. Let's talk some hoops. Huh? Let's talk some hoops. All right, sorry. Mustache is back. For podcast listeners, that sucked for you guys. It was just me yelling. Did I miss the playback eulogy? I did. I mentioned it a little bit up top. Yeah, the playback thing sucks. I'm sure a version of it comes back at some point. The idea is there. I think it's expensive with league rights. And me personally, when I might have said this on stream, but when they started pivoting towards doing remember they wanted to do StreamYard related stuff. So if you were a creator, you could stream to YouTube. That to me, I was like, oh no. And not that was a bad idea. I would love for somebody to compete against StreamYard, because StreamYard has a monopoly almost on this shit. But I was like, if you already have a great idea, right? And this feels very different from the idea that you have, right? All of a sudden focusing on being a creator studio versus being the internet sports bar hang to watch a game. That to me felt like a pivot. And I was like, oh man. So that to me, the writing started getting on the wall right around then. they were no, I don't no, I don't think they were facing fines. I think they were about to hit a fundraise and they realized they weren't raising enough money to keep it going. So, yeah, it could be. It could have all stopped at the bong rips. There we go. Blame Weisberg. Is that what we're saying? Anyways, let's do cup time tonight. So the Magic 1.5 point dogs while they're at home against the Miami Heat. The good news, I mentioned this at the top. Franz is only going to miss a couple of weeks, but he'll definitely be out tonight. My big stand tonight. My big stand in the fantasy streets. So Paolo played 20 minutes in his first game, 24 minutes in the second game. I think he's going to play 30 minutes tonight. That's where I think we're going to get a big Paolo game. Bane should have a similar role. Like, I'm not worried about him stepping back without Franzia. Jalen Suggs, really great spot for Sugg it up. And then on the Miami side, they're pretty healthy. So Drew Smith might be the only Heat guy that misses tonight's game. He has a Q tag. Davion Mitchell, Pele Larson, and Tyler Hero, who all missed their most recent game, have probable tags tonight. So it seems like they're going to be good to go. This is going to be a fun game. 1.5 point spread with a 235.5 point total. Like, love that. I do think Miami wins this game. I'm more excited on the Miami side, but I think it's going to be a close one. Wouldn't bet on this one. But I think Miami's going to be a little too much. I don't think this is a great Khalil Ware spot. Could see Miami, Orlando mucking it up a little bit, maybe messing with some small ball. And then that forcing Miami to also play small, which I think Miami is fine with because Spo, any reason to not play Khalil Ware, Spo's like, sign me up. I don't know. Who do you guys have in the chat? Who do you guys have tonight, Miami or Orlando? I think I lean Miami. I don't even know who I'd want to see in this. Honestly, the Eastern Conference. Oh, regulator says Heat by 7, doing the adjusted line. There we go. Who should I be rooting for to see in Vegas? I guess Miami, maybe Tyler Hero in Vegas is fun. But between Knicks, Raptors, there's just no. I think Vegas in the NBA is desperately praying that the Knicks win this game tonight. Like, please give us a Knick fan base. Knick Miami. I think that's what they'd be rooting for. Oh, just like the revenge, the Pat Riley story. Alonzo Mourning, Patrick Ewing. But I think I'm going to take Miami in this one. Raptors have been kind of a mess lately, huh? A tough stretch for Toronto, who are 15-10. They take on the Bing Bong Boys tonight. The Knicks are favored by 4.5. The biggest question mark here is Karl Anthony Towns, who was queued up. He missed their most recent game, but he was at practice yesterday. I kind of think Cat's playing. I'm not really too worried about this one. I'm going to play him in, especially with them favored. Why are you mad? When is the Celtics game? I just said I was going to take who are you yelling at, Stan? But anyways, Toronto, has been kind of a mess lately. At least they're at home. But Karl Anthony Towns is questionable. They're also without Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride, so maybe Jordan Clarkson, maybe a little Jordan Clarkson love. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw this quote. I'll read it to you. It was from, I forget who asked the question. It might have been Chris Persanian. I think it was Chris Persanian of Clutch Sports maybe asked the question. But this is Will Hardy's quote on Jordan Clarkson. Will Hardy said he's very creative. He has like an artist's brain almost. You have to let him go. You can't micromanage every possession because you both end up frustrated. I told Jordan Clarkson last year when he felt the moment, when he felt the moment, got it going, we'd all step back, myself included, and let him do his guitar solo. Asked that 75% of the game, he played a song everybody knew. That's awesome. What a great quote. Anyways, might be Clarkson night. For Toronto, I'm a little bit nervous about this Jakob Poeltl back injury. Seems like he has not been 100%, so maybe it's Sandro night. RJ Barrett's still going to miss some time. He's out. And they have Jamal Shed, right? It's pronounced Shed. He's questionable as well, but he played the last game, 22 minutes against the Celtics on Sunday. So, I kind of think the Knicks are going to win this game. I think I'm going to take the Knicks. I think I'm going to take the Knicks and the Heat. Both road teams, road warriors tonight. Road warriors in the Eastern Conference. So that's where we'll go. I was gonna say, are we playing it on playback? I don't know. Your boy's hosting trivia, so I'm not gonna be there. But I think those are the teams I want to see too. I would give me Heat Knicks. I think that would be a fun semifinal matchup in the Eastern Conference, and then give me. I mean, I'd much prefer to see Wembanyama play. Like, I would love to see Wemby. But I'm happy either way. And then especially, there's a chance I come into some more tickets, and I would love to sell the tickets that I bought already for the Western Conference game. That would be fun. That would be fun to get some money back. But yeah, excited to be out there. I really am, especially because it's so freaking cold here, man. I just need get me to Vegas. Get me to Vegas. Top Shot will feel the loss of playback. Is our Top Shot? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there anymore. I can't even weigh in. I can't weigh in. Although I don't know. I feel like I've seen less people complaining, but maybe. Oh, I got a lawsuit thing today. A lawsuit. Well, I got an update on the settlement. Did everybody get that yesterday? Yesterday. NBA Top Shot set toll legal. Okay, so our records indicate that you have an NBA Top Shot account and may be entitled to a payment from a class action settlement. The email notice was previously sent to you in September of. Okay, no, it's just they're just sending it again. Member for 36. Bring these hands signed for hair. Oh, dude, wait, hold on. This is a great idea. Wait, we have to do this. If the Spurs make it, we have to do this. Thank you. This is a great content idea. Man, that's a great. I wonder, could we get? Okay, if the Spurs make it, we have to start a campaign. We have to start a campaign to get a campaign. We have to start a campaign to get him to sing with us. Right? To get him to sing with us. That would be good. Oh, you have good seats? All right. It must be nice, bro. I don't have good seats for the game, at least not right now. I love that idea. That's a great idea. Oh man, now we have stakes in the game. Maybe I'll hedge and bet on the Lakers because if I lose that bet, at least I win. At least I win the content game. Snoop was asking to do some ladders. So I can't really do. I have all these boosts and I can't do a damn thing with it. I haven't looked at how does the ladders work? Has it even showing it for me? I don't even know if it'll show it for me in here because I don't have. Anyways, we can just look at some lines. I think there's a fun way to do to play the Orlando game. I really like if you think Paolo is going to play a bunch of minutes tonight, like you could do something like this. I mean, like he scores over 26 points tonight, 2.2x. Because I really do. I think he's going to play 30 plus minutes. I really like Suggs too. 2.5 3-pointers. Maybe we do that. 2.5 blocks or steals. That's probably the way to go. Fast-paced environment. Just give me blocks and steals. And then, if you want to do a same-game parlay, I wrote this up this morning. I was ready to fade Tyler Hero. Shout out Magi Carb. He was telling me that the Orlando Magic. Actually, both the Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat get kind of lit up by guards, which I was surprised by because of Jalen Suggs being out there. But maybe we do a little Tyler Hero, 26 points. I don't know. That's kind of fun. And if you I can't even see what the boost would be because it's not going to show me the odds, but you could apply a 40% NBA boost. Right? What is that? That would give it's not going to even tell me what it would win. But somebody do that in the chat. So Paolo for 26. Suggs for 2.5 blocks or steals. Hero for 25.5. What does that get us? That feels like a big dub right there. You know what I'll do? Maybe I'll jump in a draft here for the fun of it. Let's do a draft for the fun of it. Here, let's change our stuff here. We'll jump in a little drafty draft. Uh-oh, wrong one. Is it this one? Oh, wait, no. I did the wrong thing. Sorry. All right, there we go. Let's jump in the old drafted draft. Also, I just wanted to, quickly check in on best ball. I didn't do a ton of NFL best ball. Today's advancement day. Honestly, because I just was so broken. I was so tired. Paulo's ladder starts at 16. Yeah, hammer that. That's a fun one. That is a fun one. Only got one. I got a German Shepherd through. We got a German Shepherd through in football. It's Mahomes and Tyler Schuch. Genty, Harvey, Jenkins, Najee, R.I.P., Devin Neal, Marshawn Lloyd. It's got a St. Brown, Terry, Rice, Olavi, Burden, Brown, Besh, Palmer, Kelsey, Ertz. That team's dead. Team's not really good. And then we get a Pomeranian through, too. Let's just win the Pomeranian. This one, Fields and Goff, R.I.P. Taylor, Monty, Pollard, Braylon Allen, man, just a bunch of R.I.Ps. But Lamb, Devontae, J-Mo. This team sucks, too. Yeah, so none of them are good. But looking at NBAs, guys, I mean, our NBA teams, man, are cooking. 18.34. Oh, man, I thought it'd be a little bit more. I like it, though. It does sound like it. But my concern is getting banned. Isn't there risk of getting banned for using the VPN? Or should I be doing it? Maybe. I don't know. I'll look into it. Because don't they know if you use a VPN? Don't they yell at you for not sharing your location or whatever? Anyways, for the double dribble, I think we're advancing like 35 right now, which is kind of fun. A lot of my best ones are rooms like this, right? So we get a Maxi, Spida, Austin Reeves, IQ, and Cedric Coward. Those are my 5 guards. Maxi, Spida, Reeves, IQ, Coward. We got Trey Murphy and Benny Math coming on strong, along with Toby, Kamara, the corpse of Kuzma, PJ Neesmith. And then can I just say, Marvin Bagley looked like a superhero pick for a week, but I actually think it's a bad pick. And then Joker, Filipowski, and Nemi. So some fun builds here. Here's another one. Similar, Maxi, Giddy, Sharp, Dante, another Coward, lots of Coward. Trey Murphy coming on strong has been a lot of fun, though. So we should be in a fun spot. But anyways, let's jump in a draft for tonight. I'm having a tough time reading the Miami Heat situation. I don't really know what to do with Miami. I've only done 10 so far. I don't really know what to do. Just use remote desktop. All right, Stan. Stan, don't be a dick. All right? Enjoy your team tonight. But yeah, I'm having a tough time figuring out what to do with Miami. We're picking in the 2-hole. I'm going to be so Karl Anthony Towns is going anywhere between 3 and 4. I kind of think Cat's the 101 tonight. Anybody else feel that way? I feel like he's the best play on the slate tonight. The best play on the slate. Anyone else feel that way? I kind of like it. I kind of think Brunson should be pick 3. Maybe Scotty 1, Cat 2, or Cat 1, Scotty 2. I feel like Brunson should be pick 3, but I also don't want to be super light on Brunson, especially with no Deuce McBride. I wonder if they use more of his minutes. I don't know. And like you guys were saying, he should go to the line a million times. A million times. Man, my congestion's so crazy. It feels like I'm underwater when I'm talking. That's why I had to take the headphones off. All right, let's see. I don't know any of the. Oh no, Nick's in this draft. Only 4-person drafts today. Oh, I'm on the clock here. We'll take Scotty too. Sure. I thought it was the third pick. My bad. Let's see. Where does Cat go? I'm curious if people are taking Bam over Cat. That feels crazy. And there he goes. McGiblets did it. I'm pretty light on Brandon Ingram tonight. I think that's going to be my big fade. We're going to be super overweight on Paolo. Yeah, we're going to take Paolo over Josh Hart too. Again, I just think Paolo's going to be playing 30-plus minutes, man. And then Suggs, I love Suggs too. This is a really fun start here. Scotty, Paolo, Suggs. I think the hardest thing is going to be getting different in the 6th round. It was a little bit easier last night with 3 games to get different, but yeah, this is honestly, I think you should bet on Miami and the Knicks tonight. That feels like the easiest bet, right? Adam Silver's going to get involved. Is Scott Foster reffing tonight? Man, I swear I heard somebody in my apartment right now. If I die, it'll happen on stream. All right, here we go. OG Anunoby. I kind of like OG more than Bridges. I know, did Bridges already went? Yeah, we'll take OG there. This is a fun little team here. Scotty, Paolo, Suggs, OG. This is where it gets funky, though. Triple J, the real Triple J, Wendell Carter, Davion Mitchell. I kind of want some more Davion, too. We'll take Jaime here, though. We'll take Jaime. And then I'm always curious who's Nick's taking. Nick is a really sharp drafter. Cat, BI, IQ, Anthony Black. Yeah, I think moving Anthony Black up is pretty sharp today. I think that is pretty sharp today. Yeah, let's get Roham in there. It's me. Wait, who's you? You're McGiblets for no. Clarkson, let's just get some. How many minutes did Clarkson play in the last game? 17? Whatever, let's do it. It's too much Clarkson. Too much Clarkson tonight. That's for dang sure. For dang sure. Oh, it's you in the apartment. Bandy is friendly. I got you. Sorry, it took me a second. Bandy's ready. Bandy's sleeping right next to me. He's useless. All right, dudes, we're going to call it there. 42 minutes of fury. 42 minutes of fury today. Hope you guys had have a lovely day. Go check out the Substack if you haven't done it yet. We'll be back here tomorrow as my headphones fall off. We'll be back here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Get in the Discord. Do all the things. Get out there. Have a day.